it's your world. Everybody else is just in it. Catering to y'all is a lot. So welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Marcelina. For those that don't know, if you clicked on this video, then you're trying to improve your life, period. You're looking for that motivation. It might be this one, but it's okay because you're here at the end of the day. Stay, please. I'm kidding. If you're here, you're probably looking for the motivation to keep striving and keep reaching for them goals of yours. And I'm here to tell you, you've come to the right spot. Like, yes, the end of the year is near, but that does not mean it's too late for your goals. Honestly, if you want to, the same way the one guy started daylight savings is the same way you can be like, okay, I'm not starting 2024 yet. Or if you want to start it now, if you feel like you're ready to start it now, go ahead and be like, I'm gonna start it now. Like, I don't need to wait. At the end of the day, it's your world. Everybody else is just in it. Don't get it confused though, because deadlines are still deadlines. They are still very much in the present time. Whatever period it is, that's when that deadline is. So don't get it confused. Don't be too delusional and in your own world. But at the end of the day, it is your own world. All you need to know is it's not too late. It is never too late to start a goal, to restart, to go back to the drawing board, be like, okay, this goal doesn't seem to align with who I am anymore, so I'm just gonna change it. It doesn't matter whether it's a yearly goal, monthly goal, whatever the case is. It's never too late. At the end of the day, that's long story short, it's never too late. Starting off, I think if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes because obviously I can't keep everything up here. If you know me, then you already know. I wanted to kind of take this time out to reflect on October as a whole. I'm the type of person, I'm just moving so much that I don't really recognize some of the stuff that I'm doing or really see it as accomplishments. I just forget certain things or even goals to begin with. It's one of those things where it's like you're trying so hard to reach something and then you reach it and it's like, okay, next level. I'm obviously not exactly where I want to be yet, so I'm thinking next steps, instead of taking the time out to really focus in on what you've accomplished. When you really think about it, you've accomplished so much. Certain things like you may have even forgotten about. Like, let's take my weight gain goal, for instance, right? I reached my weight gain goal this year. Body dysmorphia, I've had that goal for years. When I tell you I had it for years, I've had it for years. I really wanted to hit it first just to see how I would like it on my body and stuff like that. I never took it off as a goal just because it's been so long. That does not mean I'm not ever gonna reach it, which is the same way you should be thinking for real. Just because you haven't reached your goal this year, this month, this week, whatever the case is, doesn't mean you won't eventually reach it. Now, how long it takes, that's on you. That's on you. You could reach your goal tomorrow. You could reach your goal next week, next month, next year, in 10 years time. That's on you. That's on how much effort you put into things. If you really want something, you'll go get it. I didn't really care about the weight gain all like that. It was just something like, oh, if it happens, then like great. If it's not, I'm cool with how my body is right now. I'm not really pressed about it. But I still put it on my like yearly goals just because like I would like to reach it. Just because I'm not pressed doesn't mean I won't like to reach it. And I actually did hit it this year. Seeing the scale actually move, for the skinny girls, I feel like y'all know, seeing the scale actually move, it's like, oh my gosh, like now I can finally gain weight. But those years that I wasn't gaining weight, I think in the beginning I was looking at it like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? I'm doing everything that they telling me to do, but nothing is happening. I stopped looking at it like that and I started looking at it from a different perspective of, okay, yeah, I'm doing what they're telling me to do, but they don't have my body. They don't know what's going on with my body. They don't speak my body like I speak my body, I'm learning my body. I'm learning what it likes, what it doesn't like, what really fuels it, what has it moving this way, what has it moving that way. I think it was like the last 2 or 3 years, that was my main focus, trying to get a better understanding of it. Okay, I gained this pound this week. What did I do differently this week that I didn't do last week? Like, what's tea? Like, talk to me. Even though I have notes, the way my mind is just going all over the place is actually crazy. I think what really helped also is the fact that I kind of release some of that pressure. I was just like, you know what, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like, it's not by force at the end of the day. If it's gonna happen, if it's meant to be, it will be. I'm not gonna force it, because clearly forcing it is the issue. I'm over here always like checking to make sure I'm not losing too much weight, because one thing about us, it might be hard to gain, but it's so easy to lose. It's actually crazy. This is so long and so unnecessary, so I'm gonna just cut that part out. Long story short, I found a method that allowed me to gain weight. The only issue is not the weight is like somewhere else. And even though I have like a second tier weight level that I want to be at, that one requires me going to the gym, because otherwise I'm gonna be just round. I always like my body regardless, so I'm not pressed about it, even though there are days where I'm like, there's a lot more rolls than I'm used to. It's one of those things like, this is what you wanted. This low-key takes me into the next thing that I want to talk about. Still around goals, I low-key went on a whole tangent that was so unnecessary, so let's bring it back. I don't even know what part I'm on now, because I just went somewhere completely left. Something that I have forgotten about on my yearly goal list that I realized when I was doing my budgeting the last time. For my finances, I wanted to start making a certain amount a month, like net income. I wanted it to be a certain amount a month, and ultimately I thought that was gonna come from, like, you know, social media. It didn't. Oh my gosh, social media is like a whole other thing, but it did not, and I'm not even mad about it. I'm not mad about it, because this is from work. Like, consistent checks also pay pretty nicely. It's one of those things where reiterating the fact that I need to sit back and look at some of the stuff that I've accomplished already, because something like this would have just brushed over my head, would have forgotten about it, would have moved on, been like, okay, like, I see this number all the time, so this is my goal right now, and not even really like congratulate myself or like focus on that being a win. So it's like, regardless of where you are in your goal achieving journey, try not to focus too much on the next goal. Focus on the now, focus on what you've accomplished. You know, give yourself some props. Like, if you have specific goals on your what do they call it, a vision board, or whether you just type out your notes, whatever the case is, don't forget to give yourself them props. Don't be quick to move on to the next goal. Like, okay, I've reached this, so now I'm gonna go on to the next one. When you really think about it, you've done so much, you've done so well, you've accomplished so many things that you don't really think about, because it's kind of second nature at this point. Say congratulations to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, girl, you did that. Celebrate the small wins. Like, the small wins eventually add to a bigger win. They're the stepping stones, literally. As much as it is for you, for me too. I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, October was pretty good for real. I do also want to add, like, as a side note, just because you don't accomplish or reach a goal this year or this month or within the time frame that you have set, that doesn't mean that you will never reach that goal, right? For all you know, it just means that you're not ready for it. And when I say that, I don't mean you're like actually not ready for it. You don't know what specific quality that you're missing that just helps tie everything together so that when you achieve this goal, you're ready to get it. For weight gain, for instance, right? I wasn't really ready to gain that weight, and it's very obvious because, you know, body dysmorphia, rolls, all of that. It's like I wasn't ready, but I got it. That's something more on the smaller side. Social media, for instance, YouTube, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, but I haven't necessarily been putting in the work in the sense of like being consistent and stuff like that, because like obviously my ultimate goal is to get monetized, right? I want to get monetized, I want to get the brand deals, want to get, you know, the whole shebang. But even when I don't reach those goals, I don't look at it like, oh, I'm never gonna reach it or anything. I look at it more so in the sense of I'm just not ready for it, because I'll go back and look at old videos and I'm like, see, if I had a lot of followers or subscribers during this period, I wouldn't want to post what they would want, because the content I was posting back then, like quality and the actual content itself, is not really what I want to be posting like from now on. Figuring out what I want to post, why I want to post as well, has been a big thing for me. So I'm like, okay, because obviously once a video like skyrockets and actually does well, the followers you get from that, it's like that's what they want to see. But I want to post other stuff. That's my issue with TikTok right now. They just want to see tech content, and tech is great and everything, but 24/7, like, at least give the videos that I'm posting the same boost that you give the tech content ones. But at the same time, it's like, I understand, because it's like, dang, like if y'all want to see the other ones and I like those ones more, then obviously I'm gonna make more of those versus these ones. But catering to y'all is a lot. That's like my main thing with YouTube, especially now. I'm doing it more so for fun and to develop my skills, if anything. Anyways, going back to what I was saying, not being there content wise also doesn't bother me, because I know I'm not moving like I'm a content creator. When people even suggested like, oh my gosh, you're a content creator, it doesn't sound natural to me, right? It doesn't. It's like, oh no, I'm not, versus being like, yeah, like that's me. I don't really embrace it, and I think for November, that's what I want to do. I want to start embracing the content creator lifestyle. I just gotta change that narrative in my head, because like that's what's stopping me from embracing that lifestyle. And if I'm trying to get monetized, especially, like I need to think like I'm a content creator. And a lot actually goes into that, because not only do I need to embrace that kind of lifestyle, but I also need to just like really move like I am. I need to be out here, period. I need to go outside. I need to stop being indoors and be outdoors. Like I need to actually do things that people would want to see, you know, versus just recording for myself and editing for myself. Because a lot of these vlogs really be for me. Like y'all liking it is a bonus, but it really be for me just to look back and be like, oh my gosh, like look at life, look at how it was. I feel like everything I've been talking about has low-key been a rant, or it's just been dragging, or it goes left. Let's focus back again. In conclusion though, in regards to what I was saying, whatever it is that you're trying to do, the goals you're trying to reach, embrace it. And actually, like, people look at it as you being delusional, but there's a difference between you being delusional and you being intentional about the goals that you're setting or what you want to get out of life. Okay, like you could be delulu don't always be the salulu. Having the goal and writing it down aren't enough. It's great and everything, but it doesn't do anything. The execution you put behind it, that's what's doing something. We really need to just tighten up and get our lives together. However that looks for you may be different, but for me, for instance, like I'm trying to show up for myself every single day. I'm trying to get up, move with intention, do not just say, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like actually put it in that work. That's how you show up for yourself. Saying what you want to do and actually doing it. I saw another YouTuber actually mention, they said, if you want things you've never had, you have to do things you've never done. When I say, I heard that and I was like, wow, you ain't never lied. Because I want the things that I've never had, but obviously I don't have it because I'm not doing the things that I've never done. I keep doing the same thing. Let me speak for you too. We keep doing the same things, but you asking for this type of lifestyle, you've never had that lifestyle. So of course you're moving the same way. But like, how many times, it's like that saying,
a mistake is once, I think, how does that saying go? A mistake happens once, it's crazy if you keep repeating the same actions over and over again expecting change. Is that the same?
It's something along those lines, like something happens once, but if you keep repeating those same actions expecting something to change, like, you're just crazy. It's one of those things where it's like, how can you be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you be in bed till 12, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you don't get out of your room, I want to do this, I want to do that, but you're still in the same box, you're still in your same comfort zone. You haven't done anything different to show that you really want to do something. Like, come on. Please know, I'm telling y'all this, but I'm also telling me this as well. So don't get it confused, because I'm definitely not, I'm nowhere near perfect. I think for November too, another goal that I want to do is I want to make new friends. I moved and I don't really know anybody here. Luckily, I met somebody over the weekend, but that was through a friend anyways. I want to make like a separate friend where I met them because I went outside, I went out of my comfort zone and like interacted with people, and now like it's like I met somebody new, we're getting to know each other, you know, building that friendship, building that foundation, and that's how they became my friends. That's, I want at least one. I'm gonna give myself that goal. Like, I'm gonna give myself that goal, meet at least one new person this month. Hopefully they not cuckoos because I know how people can be. You know, sidebar, something I've been thinking about a lot recently. I don't know, I have this feeling in me that if I don't get my act together and if I don't do certain things, I'm gonna lose something. I don't want to say it out loud because, like, you know what they be saying, the devil be listening. But if you up here talking to God, like, he can't hear you. So I don't want to say that out loud, because also I don't want to put that into existence. I don't even want to put that into the air. Like, no, basically the feeling of like I need to do X, Y, and Z. And I feel like if I don't do X, Y, and Z, or if I don't start and get, like, be serious, get on my grind, get on my Zoom, all of that, like, X, Y, and Z is gonna be taken away from me. Oh, like, example, a relationship, right? You know you're not supposed to be in this relationship with this person, but for whatever reason, you're not trying to get out of it, you're not trying to leave them, whatever the case is, you just keep making excuses after excuse after excuse, even though the last two excuses was supposed to be your last excuse for them. Anyways, you know, we're not gonna touch too much into that because I know it's a sensitive topic for you. I know. But for whatever reason, you know, you can't do it. So God comes in and he's like, okay, so I gave you multiple chances. You obviously not trying to do it. So I'm gonna just have him do it because he clearly don't even want you, but you want to stay here. So I'm gonna have him do it. Or if he end up not trying to do it, I'm gonna have somebody else do it. Whatever the case is, y'all gonna be broken up because you don't need this at all. I have better for you, and you over here like, oh, I want to focus on this, I want to do this, I want to do this. You're not focused on what I'm trying to tell you because you don't even be praying and be talking to me. And I'm rambling, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. Like, you didn't want to do that, so he came in and was like, okay, I'm gonna do it for you. It's the same type of vibes. Like, you know you should do something. I don't want to say you, I know I should do something. Let him come around and take that thing away from me. I'd be like, oh my gosh, now I got all this vim because, you know, I gotta go hard, da 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 da. You would think that would put pepper in my steps, but no. I will though, this month especially, absolutely. Like, I'm gonna document, I'm gonna try to do vlog, what is that called, vlogmas. I'm gonna try to do that in November though. I have an extra day, so I'm going to jot down like a list of topics that I'll probably talk about in November. It'll be a vlog. We'll still have topics to talk about so that we're helping each other build this community up and all of that. That's November. Come back to this video if you don't see a video or another video November 1st. Come back to this one and be like, girl, where you at? Or if I miss a day, come back to this video and be like, girl, you better not have missed it because you said we showing up for ourselves this month. So come on, because I need you to help me. That way I feel motivated even more because I'm helping you too. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, if you're trying to turn over a new leaf, because I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, so if you're trying to turn over a new leaf, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna start on the 1st of the month, I'm gonna start on Sunday, I'm gonna start on Monday. Start today, start right now, start at this very second and this very moment. Don't wait. What are you waiting for? It typically takes 30 days to build a habit, so why wait for that long when you can start right now? What's the difference between you starting now and you starting then, besides time? But you could use that time for other stuff too. You could use that time to build out the days prior to that. Instead of being like, oh, let me wait till next month, you could use that time to build a 30-day habit. Now next month comes, you've already started building that habit because 2024 is around the corner, honey. We've got this November, so December, the last month of 2023. You trying to do new stuff in 2024. Why wait till 2024 starts? You've been doing the same thing year after year, waiting for the new year. Oh, once the new year comes, that's when I'm gonna go to the gym, that's when I'm gonna do this, that's when I'm gonna do that. The new year been coming multiple times. See, it's never about the goal itself, it's about the execution. You might think you executing it properly, clearly not, because year after year it's been the same set of goals and you haven't been doing nothing with them because you give up after. Start now. Start now. That way the new year comes, it's like, oh, this was gonna be my goal for the year, but I'm already on top of it, so let me just add something else to it. Let's take it up another notch, and if I feel like I need to bring it down, then I can bring it down. But don't just do the same things over and over again. Like I said before, like it's like whatever that saying is, I really need to figure out that saying because it's gonna drive me insane. But it's one thing if it's like, oh, you try, so you're changing certain things up to like try to get to your end goal, but it's a whole nother thing. It's just craziness if you're doing the same thing, repeating the same things over and over again, expecting a change, expecting difference. Like that don't even make sense, and you know that don't make sense. Like you yourself know that doesn't make sense. but you keep doing the same thing. Why? Maybe that's really what we need to get to. Why do you keep doing the same things, but you know it doesn't make sense? And you know, I know that you know it doesn't make sense. So why do you keep repeating it? What do you get out of it? Is it like a comfort thing? I think it is a comfort thing, because it is for me. If you see the lighting change, please, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on filming during the day when the sun is out and everything, but like I'm trying to use the outside sun and it's setting, and I wanted to film before that because I don't want to use the lights to be blinding me. I don't know how y'all be doing it. Oh, if you need a daily reminder, daily encouragement, whatever the case is, comment down below, because I'm trying to build a community for real, one that supports each other and is just trying to build each other up. Let's get into some of my November goals. I don't normally do a vision board, but I feel like I want to do one just for the vibes, and see how it goes. Because my thing is, I'm not really gonna look at it again, so why spend all that time creating it? But it'd be fun making it. So it's like, okay, you know, that's cool, I can make it, but am I gonna look at it again? No. But my notes, my goal sheets, I'll look at it again. Unless it's like a yearly one. The monthly ones, I'm gonna look at it again. The yearly ones, I typically don't even look at it till like December. But we're changing our ways this year because clearly that hasn't been working. So let's try this one. I feel like low-key it's still giving y'all can't really see me, but luckily this is about to be over. I feel like doing Vlogmas in November too is gonna help me figure out like posting times, when is the appropriate time to post, when my subscribers are online, when this, when that, algorithm this, algorithm that. So hopefully, you know, I figure all of that out. Until next time, y'all, or I guess until tomorrow. Bye. It's all cold here, like, brr. It's like, nah. I feel like I look so professional, like I know what I'm talking about. And do. Yes, I drink water in a wine glass. Who gonna beat me?